It's Tuesday again, and I would like to hang with you lads, but I'm off to listen to the new episode of the Slaven Selection Show. Play now or stay in dark forever.
Witches and infidels, your time of the year has finally come. Not really. Okay. Well, the shortest episode to date will chronicle the longest day. Not that there wouldn't be more to talk about it, but it's just that I've only lately spoken about the sun in 3 of the 20-ish something episodes. It was an ode to equinoxes, where I gave you a brief introduction to the Inca civilization and their obsession with our nearest star. And if you follow my channel, you will know that it was episodes 6, 7, and 13. And if you search by a title, it was Emergency Niagara, Party in Montreal, which was about a recent total solar eclipse, and finally Solar Flares and Polar Lights, Carrington Event Part 2. Now that my favorite season has gently transitioned into the furnace, it will be an incredible experience because to Toronto's high humidity and the sun's unwavering maximum, literally crazy. I truly don't mind. I'm suffering from one of my summertime specials, a cold that just won't go away, and I truly love spending my afternoons in the sun these days. My voice is still not there since the last episode. My cough is still there. My bronchitis is back. Like, it's allergies, everything. But you know what? The days are lovely. There were a few bumps in the season's early going, but now that the rain has stopped, I can't forget about the winter for a while. I can totally forget about it, actually. And this is hardly surprising, as the southern hemisphere is currently experiencing winter. You never know what's coming up in this awakened culture. From the standpoint of the winter holiday spirit, it would actually make sense for my amigos australis to insist on celebrating Christmas now. Furthermore, I have a good feeling that someone who is not even from the southern hemisphere will start it. Does this sound familiar? I'm very certain it does. Quote mark, Woke University students will be triggered so badly that they will spend the rest of the summer camping on public property, smoking weed and hallucinating about a better astro whatever cancel antro equal society. But that's not what Midsummer Dream should be all about. The kids of today like to linger on the past, even though we should be looking forward to the future. And as this generation would say, side-eye, colossal side-eye. Alright, so as I said, that this was the shortest episode, and now I'm babbling on and on, risking to get cancelled. So what is a summer equinox actually? Well, apparently solstice is coming from the Latin words sol, meaning sun, and sistere, meaning to stand still. And those are the origin of the word solstice, and this is a reference to the apparent stop in the sun's motion during the days of the solstice. Oh, glorious summer, beautiful sunshine. If I can dare to paraphrase Bukowski, these long days run away like wild horses over the hills. It is what it is, and thinking of the limited time that we have to sunbath before the great nothing is scary. It is what it is, and that's why we have to celebrate it right now. The celebration of the summer solstice, known as Midsummer or Midsummer, is usually held around June 21st in the Northern Hemisphere. The year's longest day and shortest nights occur on this day. It's celebration of fertility, and the summer solstice complete with dancing, bonfires, and flower gatherings. And it has pagan roots. It's a big event in Scandinavia marked by singing, maple raising, and greenery decorating. And Swedes frequently celebrate midsummer with food, beverages, and maple dance by folklore. On Midsummer Eve, there is a tradition to select 7 different flowers in silence and place them beneath one's pillow in hope of dreaming about a future spouse. Other customs include swimming in natural springs, lighting bonfires, and casting love spells. I like that one. Later, the holiday was combined with the Christian St. John's Day celebrations on June 24th. In many European societies, bonfires were a customary component of the solstice festivities, with the idea being to harness the sun's energy for the upcoming harvest season. In certain cultures, the summer solstice was auspicious for marriages since it was connected to fertility and the so-called marriage of the sun and earth. The dawn and sunset of the summer solstice coincide with the location of the historic English monument Stonehenge. The sun rises over the Hillstone and strikes the monument center of the solstice. The summer solstice was observed with celebrations and rites by numerous ancient societies, including the Incas, Celts, and Egyptians. And then again, numerous historic structures, including Stonehenge, the Giza pyramids, and locations in Chaco Canyon, were carefully positioned to catch the sun's rising or setting at the solstices. It is still a mystery to archaeologists how these alignments were made thousands of years ago with such extraordinary precision and astronomical understanding. There is a notion in certain cultures that the tilt of the Earth's axis might cause an egg to stand on its end on the summer solstice. I find this really interesting. It's funny. I can't explain it, but anyways, although the achievement might be accomplished any day of the year with proper balancing, it is unknown where this solstice egg phenomenon originated or why it occurs. So even now, pagans still assemble at Stonehenge to celebrate the dawn of the summer solstice. But as I have said, I spoke about Incas already, so maybe another empire some other time. To be very honest with you, I was thinking about squeezing Maya's calendar. I would say sometimes like in September, but we'll see about that, because I was just listening a podcast about like Maya's astronomical orientation the other day, and I was fascinated because it was really good, and I think I want to explore it more, right? Anyways, so if you go to Iceland, right, the Citrus Solstice Festival in Iceland offers several unique activities and experiences that take advantage of the country's natural wonders and the endless summer daylight during the solstice. And it's so funny because now that makes me thinking of my dad, who have traveled all around the world because of his work, right? And he never really liked anything, with two exceptions. His favorite city was London, and his favorite country was Iceland. And I always was like, what the heck? Dad, seriously? I would probably go with Ibiza, but hey, that's just me. Anyways, back to Iceland. A legendary glacier party hosted inside Iceland's largest ice cap, I can't pronounce this, Langjökull Glacier, is one of the festival's main attractions. So DJ spins records inside a glacier, specially made ice cave, offering a dreamlike dancing experience in a chilly, otherworldly setting. And there are also lava tunnel concerts, as well as the festival presents intimate acoustic concerts by local Icelandic artists inside historic lava tubes and caves built by volcanic activity. And the ethereal atmosphere and natural acoustics combine to give a unique musical experience. I can totally imagine. That must be really fascinating, but I still prefer warmer climate. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, so with over 96 hours of sunshine in Reykjavik during the summer solstice, the festival gives attendees the chance to dance and take in live music outside beneath the midnight sun. The lively and never-ending mood of the festival is enhanced by this unusual phenomenon. The festival includes tours and activities that showcase Iceland's natural features in addition to the music. like horseback riding tours, helipad tours over volcanoes and landscapes, trekking on glaciers, and exploring lava tubes. Yeah, that's for sure I would do that. You bet. The summer solstice phenomena and Iceland's amazing geographical characteristics are combined by the Sacred Solstice Festival to create a genuinely unique and unforgettable festival experience that is unmatched anywhere. When it comes to the Great White North, well, Canada celebrates the summer solstice and Indigenous cultures through the Summer Solstice Indigenous Festival, which takes place annually around June 21st. Also, June 21st, yeah, it's a National Indigenous Peoples Day, and on National Indigenous People Day, the event opens with a cultural celebration that includes live music, dance, and storytelling performances reflecting the various Indigenous traditions found across Canada. So we have Indigenous artisan fairs, traditional food vendors, and educational programs are also available. Then there's a Fool in the Dark event, a nighttime glow-in-the-dark powwow competition featuring dancers dressed in regalia illuminated by glow sticks and unique lighting effects. That is one of the festival's trademark events. Then Native American cooking adventures, which leads you through workshops, special dining events, and cooking demonstrations by Indigenous chefs and culinary experts. And the festival provides opportunity to learn about and taste traditional Indigenous cuisines, which I don't know nothing about. I'm sorry. I will try to see what it is. I think it's about time for me to learn about that. And these days offer interactive learning experiences about Indigenous history, cultures, and current challenges. Well, now let's talk about what actually is the term solstice derives from. I probably said that before, from the Latin word sol and sistere, to stand still, and the seasonal movement of the sun's path pauses before reversing direction. While the solstice itself is an instantaneous movement, the day of the solstice has the most or least daylight hours for that hemisphere. So the sun's greatest northerly or southerly position in the sky with respect to the celestial equator occurs on a solstice. So every year there are two solstices. So June solstice occurs around June 20th to 22nd annually, which marks the beginning of summer in the northern hemisphere and winter in the southern hemisphere, when the northern hemisphere experiences its longest day and shortest night of the year, and the sun reaches its highest point in the sky at noon, appearing directly overhead along the Tropic of Cancer. This year, the June solstice occurs in Toronto. Of course, it's on Thursday, June 20th, 2024 at 4:50 p.m. So that's like 1650 military time. Like that's the only time I actually know. Like this AM thing, PM thing is confusing me. Inches, pounds, that's confusing. I'm sorry. Compared to the December solstice, this day has 6 hours and 31 minutes more daylight. And around this time of year, the longest day of the year occurs in most places north of the equator. And then there is the December solstice, which occurs around December 20th to 22nd annually and marks the beginning of winter in the northern hemisphere and summer in the southern hemisphere. It's the time when the northern hemisphere experiences its shortest day and longest night of the year, and the sun reaches its lowest point in the sky at noon, appearing directly overhead along the Tropic of Capricorn. Oh, speaking of movies and the thing, right? So don't forget to watch Midsummer from 2019, which is actually a folk horror movie written and directed by Ari Aster, and it's depicting a couple's visit to a midsummer festival in a Swedish cult. Swedish cult already sounds scary, so I don't want to know about it. Okay, I'm gonna watch the movie. So that was it for now, and I'm also getting ready for some potting this weekend. There's a lot going on in Toronto, and Canada's Day is just around the corner, right? So I have to say beach parties are my favorite kind of parties, but I haven't made up my mind about where to go in honor of this amazing occasion yet. I have to choose carefully now. And one thing is for sure, I'm not going to Iceland, because my dad spirit is probably there and the Nordic noir is only cool on YouTube. Ontario is sufficiently harsh for me, thank you very much. So enjoy this terrible heat wave here and be mindful of where you sit in the sun. Please, guys, use sunscreen and please stay selective. Bye-bye.